Welcome dear friends. Today we will learn about bioenergetics. It is topic which is included in paper number 1, metabolism. Bioenergetics has two terms, bio plus energetics. What is bioenergetics? It is an quantitative study of energy transduction within living cells. What is energy transduction? That is changes in energy. Change in energy. You all know that there are various kinds of transformation which takes place with respect to energy. Sometimes chemical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Then sometimes mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So these are what we call it as transductions. These energy transductions also takes place in living cells as well. So in the branch that is bioenergetics, we will study the quantitative types in which is takes place in energy transductions, and that studied in bioenergetics. Bioenergetics has two terms, that is biology and energetics. That means energy transductions which takes place within the cells, that all energy transductions are studied in bioenergetics. What are the energy transductions and why they are necessary to study? You all know that we require energy for various purposes. For example, we require energy for mechanical work. Sometimes for mechanical work, that means for walking, talking, etc., we require energy. For chemical purposes, that is various kinds of bonds are formed inside the cells and some bonds are break down. That is what we call it as chemical type of work. That chemical type of work also requires energy. Then growth and development. You all know that from childhood to adulthood we are continuously growing, and for that purpose, for growth and development, we require energy. Also for the formation and breaking of the bonds, we require energy. So we require energy for all our needs, and that energy will be fulfilled by eating something. Now question arises, how cell produce energy? How cell produce energy? You all know that the cells which are autotrophic in nature will produce its energy by trapping sunlight, while the heterotrophic cells will acquire its energy from phototrophic things or by eating something. So by phototropic or autotrophic nature we can produce our energy, but this energy which is taken up by the organism can be utilized by two ways. What are the two ways? That is oxidation and phosphorylation. You all know that the autotrophic cells, for example plants, which will do photophosphorylation, that photophosphorylation process is related with the phosphorylation thing, and the heterotrophic cells which eat some kind of a food molecules and then they oxidize the things and convert complex things into the simple one. That is what we call it as oxidation. That oxidation will release much amount of energy. That amount of energy is stored in many forms. Two of these forms are NADH2 and FADH2. When these forms of energy are exposed to oxygen, that is what we call it as oxidation, further oxidation, then when it is exposed to oxygen, that converted into NAD plus water and ATP. Same case with the FADH2. FADH2 plus oxygen, that is oxidation, then it is converted into ATP. You all know that ATP is the energy currency of the cell. So these ATPs are used for various kinds of the activities. For example, mechanical activity, we use ATP molecule. For chemical activity, we also use ATP molecule. How these ATP molecules are used? With the help of phosphorylation. This is the process what we call it as oxidation, because it takes place in presence of oxygen. While the another thing, suppose it is a ATP molecule, you all know that ATP, what is ATP? ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So it has 3 phosphate. Tri means 3. It has 3 phosphate. This one is 1, this is 2, this one is 3. So when it is attached with the adenine, it is called as adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP molecule. When this ATP molecule, this phosphate bond is broken down, that is what we call it as phosphorylation. When it is broke, it will release some kind of amount of energy. So that energy is also available for these works, that is for mechanical work, chemical work, growth and development, etc., for production of heat, etc. Then when another phosphate molecule is broken down, then also some amount of energy is released. And when third molecule is broken down, then another energy is released. So in phosphorylation, the energy is released with the breakdown of the phosphate bond. That is what we call it as phosphorylation. And these two, that is oxidation and phosphorylation, are the two ways by which the cell will acquire the energy from the molecules which are energy rich molecules. Thank you.